Hello and welcome to Cleo Divine Tarot. My name is Cleo. On this channel I post tarot and Pickacard readings. Today is an angel message for you. We have 3 groups to choose from. We're going to be looking at your current energy, the overall energy of your situation and your life right now, what you need to release or let go of, and then the energy that you need to accept or embrace in order to move into this next phase of your life. We're also going to take a look at some tarot, just general tarot messages from your angels, and then some angel numbers and messages as well from your spiritual team. Okay, so group 1, we have the Maiden. Group 2, we have the Self. And group 3, we have the Bridge. So feel free to pause the video if you need to. Each group has timestamps below in the description box, and when you've selected your group, go ahead, click the timestamp, and I will see you at your reading. Hi again. If you chose group 1, then this is going to be your reading. We're taking a look at some angel messages from you from your team. So I want to first look at your current energy, what you need to let go of, and what you need to embrace. With the Maiden energy, it's a very youthful, playful energy. It reminds me of Wendy from Peter Pan going to Neverland, never wanting to grow up, never wanting to take that step into motherhood or womanhood, and really maintaining a very youthful essence. And the Maiden is someone who is on the cusp of transforming into that next phase, that next chapter of womanhood. And I feel like right now you're kind of holding yourself back from some next chapter. And it's like you're slowly getting there, but there's a lot of anxiety about really opening up that next door and seeing what's on the other side. The hawk can be, this is what you need to let go of, right? So the hawk can be very over-analyzing. It can pay attention to too much detail instead of seeing the bigger picture when it comes to more of a negative aspect. And I feel like that's probably what's happening is you've thought about the next steps that you need to take. And I feel like you're probably walking towards that door, but it's like your steps get smaller and closer together and quieter and lighter because you are trying to procrastinate so much and slow down so much because you're terrified to reach that door and touch the door handle and turn it and open it because you don't know fully what you can expect on the other side. So there's a lot of fear in your energy that really needs to be released because it's not doing you any good and it's not going to help you move into that next chapter of life. And I also see with this cosmic egg, the cosmic egg is representative of the crown chakra. So I feel like praying, meditating, connecting with the divine, connecting with source is really going to be beneficial for you and helping you release those anxieties and those fears and kind of transform into that next chapter of yourself. With the cosmic egg, it's also very protective to me. It's a very protective essence of protecting all that you have worked for up to this point, all that you've gained, all that you've created, all that you have become. And I feel like with this hawk and the anxiety and fears that are coming from you right now, it's like you're leaking energy. Like you're releasing too much, especially negative energy, staying in this mindset right now. So let's take a look at some more oracle cards and then we'll get into tarot and some advice. We have courage and bravery, trust the timing, and have faith in your dreams. So I feel like your angels are really helping you right now. Even if you can't see them, hear them, or feel them, and you doubt that they're there, you do have angels around you that are trying to help move you into an energy of courage and bravery and strength. They're there to support you, to enlighten you, uplift you, and protect you in this time because it is a very scary time for you, right? Transitions and change can always, there's always a fear that happens when we are approaching some kind of change. And your angels are telling you it is time. Trust that it's time. Don't worry. We have your back. We're here to protect you. We're going to help you move through this next chapter. You're going to enjoy it more than you think, even if it's kind of scary at first. There are going to be beautiful rewards on the other end as well. And you may feel like this transformation is not for you. You may be doubting your purpose and feeling like, oh, well, this was my purpose at one point, but I'm going to change my mind and this is my purpose now, because you don't want to open that door. And I feel like you're heavily limiting yourself and limiting your potential in doing so. And you have this, your energy really has this sense of just having a lack of time. Like you're at the mercy of time, which we all are to an extent, but it's like you feel you never have enough time to accomplish your goals or dreams, and you rush and you end up burning yourself out before you even get to the finish line, because you think you have to go, 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 and you aren't really comprehending the concept of rest, which is something else that I feel is, you know, deep within this cosmic egg, is you resting because you're being protected. Okay. I feel like you're the egg, your angels are the snake that's wrapped around the egg. It's time for you to rest, time for you to relax, take a step back from the anxiety, but not take a step back from the door, right? And trust that they have you in case you fall. They're going to pick you back up. They're going to help you take those next few steps. And this transition, this new door that's opening for you, is going to have benefits and abundance on the other side. We have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Waxing means it's growing, it's developing, it's coming to fruition. So whatever it was that you had planned, whatever your dream or goal is or was, even if you're doubting that it's for you, it's going to happen. Your angels are helping it happen. They're helping you move towards that dream, towards that goal. And they want you to know that even though it's probably happening slower than you expected, it's still happening. It's happening in divine timing. Okay? So don't take the pleasure out of your life just to rush ahead to this end point, this end goal, this next chapter. We're going to pull some tarot and see if we can get some more messages from your angels. Okay. You have the King of Fire, the High Priestess. I feel that High Priestess really connecting with the cosmic egg, connecting with the divine, your intuition. We also have Justice. And then at the bottom, the Chariot. All right. So you really are kind of holding yourself back from your dreams and from your goals. And your angels are kind of trying to push you over the edge a little bit right now, which can be kind of difficult to process, right? But it's like you seem like someone who works hard and works towards good things and works towards abundance. But then right when you're on the cusp of receiving that abundance, you don't feel good enough, or you don't feel deserving of it, and you kind of back off and kind of flip the script or switch directions really quickly and start pursuing something else. And your angels are here to tell you that you are deserving. You are reaping what you have sown. It is fair. Do not think that you don't deserve good things because you work hard, you're kind, you're a good person, right? You really do get what you give in this world, in this universe. And with the High Priestess, I feel like maybe there was a point where you were in meditation or your dreams started to kind of reveal more about this next chapter and reveal more about what really is happening in this next chapter for you. And that's where you got scared. It's like you started seeing on the other side of that curtain or the other side of that door, and you're like, oh man, I don't think I'm good enough for this. I don't think I can handle this. This is too much for me. And it really isn't. You're very passionate, very driven, very inspirational. You have this fire lit within you for a reason. Now we have 2 of fire again. Planning, partnering, and progress. Right now, I would kind of slow down just a little bit. Not necessarily, excuse me, excuse me again, sorry. Not necessarily stop the direction you're moving, but slow down a little bit and kind of let go of more chaotic motions and figure out what you want your end goal to truly be and figure out the steps you need to take to get there. Otherwise, it's going to be a much more painful ending than you are wanting and than your angels are wanting. With the 10 of Swords, I'm also feeling that this ending, this cycle that's ending, this chapter in your life that is coming to a close, it's coming to a close quicker than you think, okay? You're really being pushed over that threshold into this next chapter at a very rapid pace. Even though you're trying to force it to slow down and run in the opposite direction, you're still being pulled through that door, okay? But what you're not understanding is there's freedom on the other side. The 10 of Swords is an ending, but also a beginning, okay? So although you're going to come to an ending, come to a close, you're also, also going to come to a very hopeful beginning, all right? The star is hope, fulfillment. You have to continue to have faith, okay? Your angels are helping you to not only pursue your true dreams, your purpose, and your goals in life, but your passions. They're helping you move through challenges, helping you to close out unhealthy cycles that have probably served you in the past to some extent, but are no longer serving you, right? We always tend to outgrow people, places, things, habits, traits throughout a lifetime. So maybe the friends you had 5 years ago or 10 years ago are not the friends you have today. You outgrew each other, right? And that's, endings can be sad, but they're also a blessing, right? They can be a blessing in disguise. So we have the 5 of fire and the 6 of water. We have conflicts, annoyances, competition, memories, childhood, and nostalgia. I feel like you really don't want to let go of the people in this chapter of your life or the experiences that you've had in this chapter, because they mean so much to you, right? They provide you with a sense of, it's really about identity is what I'm hearing. It's what you've known for a long time and who you've become. And you're scared that if you walk through this door, not only are the people in your life going to change, but you're going to change even more, and you're afraid that you won't recognize yourself. And it's like this, I see this conflict as more of an inner conflict that's going on within you, within yourself, where you're just kind of resisting and fighting and not really wanting to become someone else, because will you even like that person? Will you even appreciate who you've become when you go through this next door? All right, let's get some angel numbers and advice for you. Okay, we have 18 and 8. I am kind-hearted and I am successful. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. So you may be somebody who is called to a field of servitude, like healthcare, for example, or just like serving people in some way. Or, you know, like social work, something where it feels like most of the work that you do is very selfless and honestly not paid well enough, right? So with 8, we also have I am successful. Your talent for settling and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 represents the ebbs and flow, the infinite loop of creation. And that literally is so funny to me because it goes right back around to that maiden that we were talking about. Back to transitioning into a chapter of success and reaching those goals and reaching ambition, right? Reaching the ambitions that you've had. So I feel like this next chapter for you is going to be very beautiful and very rewarding, even if you're afraid. There are going to be things that happen and people that are put in place that really do help you to manifest the life of your dreams. I feel like some of the people you're going to take with you, but not everyone is going to come along in this next chapter. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so I just said that. Not everyone's going to come along with you. We have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? You are really going to have to let go of old habits and characteristics that you've picked up over the years that are hurting you, that are stopping you from becoming your... I don't like saying becoming the best version of yourself because I feel like that puts people down and makes you assume that you're not a good person or you're not where you need to be right now, and that's not true. But it's more of becoming who you are in this next chapter, right? Because like I said earlier, we're constantly changing in life. We're constantly entering new chapters, going through different phases, different cycles, and sorry, I'm pulling cards, and normally I don't get this distracted, but I'm very distracted. Okay, we have boundaries and Anna, grandmother of Jesus. So let's start with this one. I was talking about earlier, you need to get in touch with the divine and your higher self, pray, meditate. And I do feel like this card really emphasizes that right now. It says seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. Again, you are where you are meant to be right now, even if you don't feel like it. You really need to start focusing on meditation, getting grounded, realizing that the divine and your angels do have your back, your ancestors do have your back, all of your spiritual team, your heavenly council, as I like to call it, they're all running around doing their jobs to make sure that your energy is where it needs to be. So even if you doubt yourself, if you doubt your purpose, if you doubt the divine plan, you're still where you need to be regardless. Okay, so rest easy, know that it's okay. Everything's going to work out for the greater good. Everything's going to work out for your good. You're going to be happy and healthy in the end. And it's going to be okay. The last one, we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Whew, that's a heavy card. I think it's interesting because there's so many different hands that are reaching for this person and they're trying to push them all away. You feel like someone who really needs to take time out of your day to just spend time by yourself and alone. And maybe this just means in meditation, like we were talking about earlier. But I feel like you're someone who makes yourself way too available for other people. And in doing so, I feel like you absorb a lot of other people's energies, like an empath. You might be an empath. And when you're absorbing all of these people's energies, it's like you're losing your identity, losing yourself, and kind of forgetting who you are and what your purpose is, and start picking up other people's purposes or other people's habits, traits, and energies, which is, kind of a part of life to an extent, right? We become what we're around, the environments that we're in. And right now, I feel like there's a lot of unhealthy people that are surrounding you and that are trying to reach out to you and trying to take your energy, steal your energy, and use you in a sense. And I don't think they really realize how much damage they're doing to you in this process. But it's time for you to start saying no. Time for you to start protecting yourself, protecting your energy more. Like we were talking about this cosmic egg, your angels do have your back, but it's also time for you to start saying no to these people. Okay? All right. So group 1, that was a fantastic message, fantastic reading. If this did resonate with you, please, I would love to hear your story in the comments below. If you did enjoy this reading, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more of this content. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I do angel messages, also a lot of romance readings on my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hi again. If you've chosen a group 2, then this is going to be your reading. Let's look at some oracle cards first, and then we'll pull some tarot and some angel messages. So, I feel like you are someone who has been very distracted lately. There's been a lot going on around you. I see that both in the dolphin and the self card. Look at how colorful they are. There's so much swirling around them. Like you feel like you're in this chaos. And I understand that, the rainbow is very beautiful, and sometimes we can get caught up and swept away in things that are very beautiful, but I feel like you feel kind of overwhelmed and lost. Like you don't really know who you are anymore, or you look in the mirror and you don't recognize yourself anymore. And with this pearl in the middle, I'm just being called to that. You're very special. You're very unique. You've been under a lot of pressure for a long time, and that has really created you and transformed you and molded you into who you are today. And I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit for who you've become, the things that you've accomplished, and where you're going in life. Now, the negative aspect of the dolphin, what you need to release right now, is undermining yourself, not valuing yourself, having a lack of self-worth or self-esteem, a lack of confidence, having insecurities. You're a very bright person, very intelligent, very healing energy about you, someone who cares a lot about others, cares a lot about the world, the greater good. It's like you know your purpose, but you've kind of gotten lost in all of the distractions going on around you. Maybe other people, maybe places, certain circumstances that have kind of caused you to dissociate in a way and pull you out of your body, pull you out of yourself, and you just don't recognize yourself anymore. Now, the otter is really where you need to be right now, what your angels are calling you to embrace. The otter is a very playful and loving energy. It's very carefree, very childlike, kind of just enjoying life as it is, as it comes, not having a worry in the world, not having a care in the world, loving freely, playing, resting, just living day to day, but not living paycheck to paycheck, enjoying your life, finding the joy in every moment, and having this life of gratitude and thankfulness for really all that you have and all of the people that are in your life. We do have 3 additional oracle cards. We have romance and connection, perspective, and you are good enough. So you are good enough, and this dolphin heavily tie in. This full moon in Virgo is all about not seeing your self-worth, not seeing the value that you bring to the world, not seeing. It's like you've worked really hard for something. You've become something that you wanted to become, or someone that you wanted to become, but you've lost sight of why. It's like you don't understand why you wanted to be here in the first place, why you wanted to pursue this version of yourself. And it's all stemming from a lack of self-worth and self-esteem. You are good enough. You have value in this world. Even if you don't understand it, even if you don't see it, your angels are telling you, you do. You're very beautiful, very kind-hearted inside and out, and you're someone who just brings so much peace and beauty into other people's lives, but it's kind of draining you right now. Because you're not having anyone put that same essence back into you. It's like you're in a giving mode, but you're not in a receiving mode. So we also have perspective. It says none of this matters. Zoom out and find common ground. And then we have romance and connection. So I feel like part of this perspective, again, is just not understanding who you are in this moment fully, not understanding your value, your weight, your purpose, and kind of just feeling lost in translation, right? Now, it's like you're focusing, it's like you're focusing on a bunch of little things right now that are distracting you, that are kind of out in the sidelines, calling to your attention, where your focus really needs to be turned within, focusing on who you are, focusing on the self, focusing on gratitude and thankfulness in the present moment, right? Being present in every moment and finding joy in every moment that you're alive. And this romance and connection, I feel like for some of you, yes, it is about a romantic relationship. For others of you, it's just love in general. Your perspective on love is very skewed because you don't have a proper sense of self. Like your identity is kind of wavering right now. Like you're kind of struggling to see who you are and how far you've come and who you're becoming and where you're going. And with a skewed perception of love, like I had said, it's like you're giving to everyone, but not willing to be open to receive romance, not willing to be open to receive love, not open to receive help from other people. And maybe it's a sense of guilt that you feel because you feel like you're supposed to save the world and you're supposed to be helping everyone around you, not them helping you, right? But your angels are telling you it's okay. You know, everyone's here to love each other and to be loved. That is the ultimate purpose, is love, expressing that love, understanding that love, and experiencing it, learning from it. So let's look into some tarot for further clarification. And for some of you, the ones that are in a romantic connection, I feel like there's this rekindling of romance or a stronger focus on intimacy that really needs to occur between you and your partner right now. And for those of you who are not feeling that this is about a romantic connection and it's just about giving and receiving love, I feel like your angels are and the universe are going to really provide you with opportunities to be more open to love. Okay, so when those opportunities come your way, it's very important to be open to receiving them because you're going to be given the opportunity, but it's all up to you whether or not you take it. If you take that opportunity, I feel like you're going to grow, feel more at peace, feel happier, be more in this otter energy that we were talking about, very playful, youthful, finding the joy in the present moment and in every moment in life, really. We have renewal, reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth. Okay, so I feel like you have changed. You have become someone that you no longer recognize, and it's time for you to look within, self-reflect, have some introspection, and really understand who you've become and how far you've come. Because I feel like that is where the appreciation is going to come from. Because if you don't see how far you've come and who you've become and, you know, who you were back in the day, it's like you devalue yourself and you have you have no value. You don't understand your value. Yeah, what did I say? Introspection right here with the Hermit. Introspection, oh my gosh, you guys. Self-discovery and mentorship. So again, it's about diving within, diving deep, understanding more of who you are and what your purpose is in this life and how you're fulfilling that purpose. And loving. We have the High Priestess. Okay, so there are some synchronicities between this group 2, and the first group. So I don't think the full message in group 1 is for everyone, but you might find some bits and pieces to pull from that group as well that are in here. Even with the High Priestess, I feel like you really need to lean on your intuition, lean on your crown chakra, your connection to the divine, and your connection to your angels. I feel like you feel very disconnected, honestly, from the universe and from your guides, and that might even be why you're here, right? But they are there every second of the day. You may not feel worthy enough to contact them even. You may not understand that fully right now, but it's like you lack self-worth and you lack the self-confidence to take the time out of your day to meditate and to pray and to feel like, oh, you guys are really here for me? You guys are really here to help me? Because yes, they are. Goals, expansion, and vision with the 3 of Fire. Like I said, your angels are there to help you. They are there to help you plan, move forward, put those goals into motion, and take you forward in life. And here we have balance, temperance, compromise, self-control, and moderation. I feel like because you have this skewed sense of self and skewed sense of love, you may compensate by overworking yourself or, like we were talking about earlier, all those little distractions on the sidelines. And right now it's time to moderate all those distractions, go within with this Hermit card, and even the High Priestess, go within and kind of find that peace. Find the peace in the quiet. Find a peace alone in isolation, which can kind of sound like a scary thing, especially if you aren't comfortable with yourself or you don't know who you are. Self-discovery can be very uncomfortable, but there's a lot of compassion, forgiveness, and understanding that you're going to be able to provide for yourself when you do this. You're going to be able to be more, I feel like you're already humble, but like to a very toxic degree. Like you put yourself down to pick up other people. And right now is the time to have compassion for yourself and appreciation and love yourself and focus on that self-love and have appreciation for all of the hard work that you've put into your life and your success, and really rely on yourself and the divine for your stability right now, because I feel like you're trying to find stability in so many different distractions around you, and it's not working out well for you, right? We have the Page of Earth, studious, prepared, and cheerful. It's a slow process. We also have the Six of Earth, charity, generosity, and windfall. Okay, so in this Page of Earth, I'm seeing them receiving this letter, right? Like they're going off to college, they're working on their career, they just got their acceptance letter. That's you right now. You are supposed to be or moving towards a receiving mode where you're receiving assistance, you're receiving love, you're receiving help. It's going to fulfill you in a way that you didn't understand. And I feel like there are going to be certain people and experiences that are placed in your life that obviously show you who you are and more about yourself, but also teach you that you are loved, you are worthy, you are enough, you are valued, you're a very high value person with a lot to offer the world. I'm hearing for a lot of you, at least in the romantic connection, your partner is going to be the one that is really building your self-esteem back up and really building your sense of self and self-worth, which I understand that your sense of self isn't really supposed to come from other people. It's supposed to come from within, right? Not external circumstances or experiences, but I feel like you've been traumatized and you've gone through a lot of hard times, and this person in your life is really going to help you backtrack a little bit so that you can be launched forward. And then once you've kind of found your sense of self and you're more healthy, you're going to have this balance of give and take rather than always giving to everyone around you and never receiving love or never receiving gratitude or affection or, whatever it is that you're giving to other people. I want to move into some angel messages and then some advice cards for you. It's all about being in that receiving mode, which is hard. If you've been in a service mindset where it's all about serving everyone else, never taking care of yourself, it's hard to shift gears. I understand. I am one of those people. But really right now is all about receiving love, help, assistance, gratitude, financial abundance. Let's see if we can get an angel message for you. I'd like to pull two. All right, we have 26 and 30, and then on the bottom we have 555. And I want to cling on to that one too. So 555 says a major shift is about to come into your life, experience, and it's going to change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. Your affirmation is I am optimistic. Again, it's hard to change. And I told you this person's coming in or is here to help change your perspective of yourself, to help you start to value yourself and realize that you are enough, you are worthy, you are loved, you are beautiful and intelligent and an incredible person, and that you are capable of everything you're trying to accomplish. We also have 30. You are an original, innovative thinker. You are an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. I am imaginative. To me, this is kind of telling me that you're more creative than a lot of people, right? You communicate through art, maybe music, maybe poetry, maybe you write books or blogs, or maybe you are a photographer. There's some form of art that you do, which I can pick up. If you look at the cards that we first laid down here, they're so colorful. You know, the otter is even colorful. A lot of cards in this deck are very black and white, or black and white with maybe a little bit of red or orange. But this is full of color. This is full of color. And this is still, I mean, you have blue, green, yellow, still very colorful. And I feel like that's you. You're very artsy, very creative, very expressive, and you are incredible at communicating how you're feeling and expressing your emotions through an art form. And I feel like that may have something to do with your purpose, honestly, and how you help people is through that art form. All right, your last angel number is 26. I am tactful. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. What was I just saying about helping others through this art form? Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I am tactful. All right. You're very intelligent. You're very smart. You know how to play the field. All right. You know how to succeed. You know how to, you know the algorithm is what I'm hearing. Like you know how to really work the system. And I feel like you're very successful, but you just kind of lost yourself in all of the distractions because you feel like you're not deserving of your success, right? So don't be afraid of that. Open up to that awareness. Open up to your success and continue to drive forward and plow through all of those obstacles, right? Because you have solutions, you have answers to people's questions, people's problems. Even if this is an art form and it's more creative and not something like in a super masculine energy, not like a typical 9-to-5, you still have value and can help a lot of people. I'm feeling called to take 3. I didn't do that for group 1, but all right. So we have share your voice. Self-expression. What was I talking about? Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. So maybe right now, while you're resting and learning how to be in a receiving mode, it's time for you to start expressing yourself and expressing your story through your art. Okay? You're someone who's very unique and has been through a lot. I was talking about a little bit of trauma earlier in this reading, and I don't say that lightly when I say it, okay? So you've been through some very difficult experiences, and part of the reason you may be dissociating or feeling like you have no self-worth or self-esteem and you don't know yourself anymore could be because of those traumatic experiences. And you probably have felt very alone. I'm trying not to cry, sorry. You've probably felt very alone for a long time because of these experiences that you've been through. 1, I want to tell you, you are not alone, okay? 2, you expressing these experiences through your art form are going to help people who have been through similar experiences, which is such a beautiful and incredible, honorable thing to do. Okay, very, very selfless, very loving. We also have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Do what you feel called to do. Going back to that high priestess, listen to your intuition, connect to your higher self, connect to the divine, and listen to what they're telling you to do. Do not let your anxiety and fear get in the way. Be open to receiving love and also open to receiving guidance from the divine. We also have Inner Temple. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. All about love, okay? Self-love, tuning into yourself, right? Turning in, look within, go within, like we were talking about earlier. It's time for you to really love and accept who you are. Because A, you're deserving of it, and B, it's divine timing. It's time. You've been throughout this life long enough without loving yourself, and that is over. That is done with. Okay, you're entering into a new chapter where you're discovering yourself, discovering what you truly enjoy in life and truly love in life, and discovering your true purpose. Because for some of you, I know earlier when I was talking about you kind of lost yourself in your career, or you may have lost yourself in your purpose and thought you wanted to do one thing and then ended up doing another. You are meant to help people in some way, regardless of how it is. And it's time for you to accept that. Because accepting who you truly are and what you're truly called to do is going to make everything in life flow so much easier. There's going to be so much less resistance, and you're going to, it's like it's going to be effortless. It's going to feel effortless, like you're coasting through life at this point, and you're more in this otter energy where you're enjoying every moment and you have joy and you have gratitude. And notice how this otter is looking towards the future, right? When you enter that gratitude mindset and that joy where you're happy in every moment of every day, you're not even going to look back on that old version of you. You're not even going to worry about the old version of you, what they thought, who they were. You might kind of glance back every now and then and be like, yeah, I remember that, if someone brings it up. But you're not going to have a worry in the world about who you used to be, or the mistakes you've made, or the traumas that you've been through, the experiences that you've been through that cut your voice off, that left you voiceless. Kind of like Ariel in The Little Mermaid, that stole your voice and stole your light. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to cry, y'all. That was a very deep message. So that was very intense, feeling all of those emotions and feeling all of the fear. But if this did resonate with you, I would love to hear your story in the comments. And if you did enjoy this content, feel free to like and subscribe for more. And if you're interested in personal readings, I do angel messages as well as a lot of love-focused readings on my Etsy shop, and that link is in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, if you've chosen group 3, the bridge, this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at your angel message for this week and pulling some tarot cards as well as some angel numbers and messages. So let's start with Oracle first. We have the bridge, earthworm, and beaver. This is your current energy, okay, the overall energy, what you need to release, what you need to embrace, okay? The bridge to me is very healing, especially with respect to some kind of disconnect between you and some other person, or you and your family, or you and your coworkers, you and your partner, or even could be you and your higher self, right? So there's some kind of disconnect between you and somebody else that really needs to be healed right now. Your angels are telling you it's time. Even if you don't feel like it's time, it is time. And I feel like you don't feel like it's time. There's a lot of avoidance with the earthworm energy. It's, I just feel like their stomach's in knots. They're very insecure. They're very anxious, very worried about trying to fix it, worried about what will happen or what they'll have to do. It's a full-on commitment. Can they do it? They don't feel strong enough. And that is something that you need to let go of, because you are strong enough. Think about the beaver. The beaver is very hardworking, very diligent, very consistent, very strong, right? And while they don't build bridges, they do build dams, but the beaver is also interesting to me because it's very family oriented. So for a lot of you, this bridge might be about healing a family connection. You and a specific family member, you and your entire family, or maybe you and some soul family. But when you step out of this earthworm energy and into the beaver energy, you're going to be nervous, but you're going to be supported. I see all of these trees, this huge forest behind the beaver, and I feel like your angels are standing so tall behind you and supporting you every step of the way, even though you may not see them. You're going to feel like you're in the dark. You're going to feel like you're flying blind here, but you're not. You have guidance, divine guidance that's supporting you, okay? We also have take charge and action, I remember, and a time for healing. So, excuse me. Again, there's a few different messages here. I feel like your angels are telling you it is time for you to heal this connection for sure. But you're also going to have to heal yourself either before or during this healing of this connection. So for some of you, I feel like you're going to kind of have to heal yourself a little bit more before you can come forward and reach out to this person and be like, hey, you know, this is how I'm feeling. I'm sorry for this. Can we make amends? And for others of you, I feel like just reaching out to this person and trying to heal that connection is what's going to end up healing you, not just the connection. Okay? So I think that it is a time for you to give yourself some grace, some peace, some slack. I feel like you may be kind of blaming yourself or holding on to a little bit of too much guilt. over this connection severing or weakening, when in actuality a bridge is kind of like a two-way street. You know, it moves in both directions. There's two destinations, point A, point B, opposite ends of this bridge. So, you know, the bridge falling apart is not simply your responsibility. It is your responsibility and the other person's. And it's time for you to remember and understand that that guilt is not serving you. It's not only your fault, okay? It's not entirely your fault. You may have played a role in the breakdown of this connection, but that doesn't mean that it can't be repaired, and that doesn't mean that it is only your fault. With this take charge and action, they're telling you to move now. I feel like this is a very straightforward message, but for some of you, I feel like you're very, very hesitant to reach out to this person, to make the first move, but I feel like you're going to have to, because I feel like both of you are in earthworm energy, both ends of that bridge. And if neither of you reach out, that bridge is never going to be rebuilt or repaired. It's never going to be connected. You're never going to be able to, you know, have any kind of happy ending or love between you and this person. And so it's really going to depend on you, but you have to remember that you do have support, okay? You stepping out of your comfort zone, taking that first move, that first step, you're still going to be supported by your angels, like I was talking about with this beaver here. Now, this is something that you don't have to do if you don't want to, okay? If you don't feel like you need this bridge, you don't need this connection, you don't need this person or this family in your life, you do not have to pursue it, okay? This card, I remember, it says soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. The fated versus the destiny life is all about understanding that your life, there's certain things that are meant to happen in a certain way. Okay, the way you came into this world, the family you were born into, those are things you cannot change. Your destiny, your outcome of life can be changed. You can change the path you're on. You can change the outcome of where you go, who you're with, the career you choose, the person you choose to marry, if you choose to have kids or not, if you choose to have pets or not. You know, things like that are in your control. And I feel like this is a reminder that you are in control of this bridge. If you do not want to pursue this person and you do not want to reconnect with them, you do not have to. It is not going to, you're not going to be punished for it, if that makes sense. So it's just about what you choose to do with your life and what you choose to do on this journey and where it will ultimately lead you. But I want to see if we can get some more messages for you from the tarot first, and then we'll pull angel messages. All right, we have renewal, reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth. Again, I am seeing this angel with her trumpet calling out into the void and calling people from the dead to be reborn, right? That's what this card is all about, the Judgment card. And I feel like it's just kind of reiterating that it's time for you to maybe take a moment to reflect and think about the past of this connection, how it got to this point, and maybe how you can approach this person or this group of people, and what specifically you can say when you reach out to them. Yeah, look at that. We have the Chariot on the bottom. See how you can specifically reach out to them and what you need to say before you start to move forward. But the thing is, whatever you decide to say, I feel like you're going to decide to say something in a healthy way. I don't think you're going to come forward from a place of hatred or anger. And because of that, it's going to, look at that, community, friendship, celebration. Because of that, it's going to propel you into a realm of success for rekindling this connection. There will be victory. You will be able to move forward and be at peace with this connection, this family, this person. And I feel like it's going to be a cause for a celebration of multiple people, not just you and this person or you and this family. Like, I feel like the disconnect, this bridge breaking in the past was very influential over many, many people. It transformed a lot of lives in most of these cases. And, you know, For some of you, this could have been a divorce that split up some families, right? Not for everybody, but I do see that kind of rebuilding that bridge is going to build a lot more networks and communication between many people. And yes, it's going to take a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, but you're going to pull out of that earthworm energy and into that lion, that strength, that courage. Because you're doing it for a good reason. You're not doing this out of gain. You're not doing this for money. You're not doing this for any pleasure. You're literally doing this so that you can have this love flow freely between you and this person, or you and this family, right? We have the Magician. And we have the Two of Water. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is a romantic partner. But for those of you that it's not, that's okay. This card's also about reconciliation. And in the traditional tarot, these two people are pouring water into each other's cups. It's flowing back and forth, right? So it's about equal give and take, building that soulmate connection, that commitment, that free-flowing energy between the two of you. And it's very reflective of what's going to happen when you choose to repair this connection with this person. And I feel like the Magician's just telling you, hey, you have everything you need. Do not feel like you don't. You have the power, you have the strength, you have all of the tools and resources. You are prepared for this. You need to act now while you have these resources at hand, while you have the energy to do this. While this is still fresh in your mind and in your heart, it's time. So let's pull some angel messages for you and some additional advice. Whoa. Okay, so with the 000, I'm hearing you're starting from square one, all right? It says, you are one with the Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. You're going to have to really build this bridge from scratch, is what I'm hearing. But don't think that is too much effort or too much work or something that's totally impossible for you. We have the Magician. We also have the Beaver, and me talking about your emotional support, your angels supporting you. You have what it takes, and you have the support of the divine, okay? You can do this. We also have 999. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so that you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by you. So when you reach out to this person to reconnect and to kind of build this connection back up, I wouldn't bring up the past too much. Just let bygones be bygones. Let sleeping dogs lie. However you want to put it, leave the past in the past, okay? Leave your grudges at home. Come from a place of love and compassion and understanding, because I feel like you have hurt this person, but they have also hurt you, okay? It's a two-way street. You may not fully understand the extent that this person has been hurt by you because you're so focused on how much they've hurt you. Let's see if we can get one more. Feel this one if I can get it. All right. Okay, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And then it says longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. For a lot of you, I feel like either this was family or this was a person that felt like home to you. They were a part of your soul family where you felt comfortable with this person. You felt like you could be yourself. And when this bridge collapsed, or this communication or connection disconnected and broke off, I feel like you felt like you lost a piece of yourself and you didn't know who you were anymore. And you were trying to figure out who you were, bouncing back and forth between, different, maybe different hobbies or different styles, or, just different kind of aspects of your personality that were coming out, because you were trying to figure out who you were without this person or without this family. And it was a very difficult time for you. But there's also this sense of anxiety and fear for some of you, because since this connection has broken, you may have changed a lot. You may have become someone almost unrecognizable to this person or this group of people, and you're afraid they won't accept you when you come back. But Spirit's saying don't worry about that. They will take care of that. Do not worry about that, because this reconnect really needs to happen. Does it have to? No. But they're heavily emphasizing that you should. So anyway, group 3, that was a very fantastic reading for you. It was a pleasure having you around. If you did enjoy it, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe for more content. And if this did resonate with you, I would love to hear your story in the comments below on how it resonated. If you are interested in personal readings, I do offer angel messages as well as a lot of love and romance readings on my Etsy shop that you can find in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next video.